going on, everyone? It's Labor Day weekend. It's actually Sunday. I'm on my way to do a solo hunt. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing right now, and of course Travis has the big bull tag, and so him and Brendan, they're trying to chase a big dog. So I'm gonna do a solo. I'm gonna be hunting until Wednesday afternoon, so I'll be here for 3 nights. I don't know if you can tell, but I brought my 4-wheeler. I'm thinking of maybe getting to some areas that I haven't really gone before, and they're accessible with the quad, and then kind of put some miles on the ground. I'm thinking about doing a backpack in one-nighter one of these nights. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens, and I'm really hoping that after tomorrow, all the Labor Day weekend warriors will be heading home, and I'll have tomorrow evening kind of hopefully not as busy with people in the mountains, and then of course Tuesday, all day Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's the plan anyways. I hope everyone is being safe out there. Hopefully some of you are already tagged out. It's September 5th. So here in Oregon, the smoke is back. It's freaking terrible. It was great the last couple weeks, and now it's just horrible. It smells like campfire outside. But anyways, let's see, it's 5:35. I'm about 10 minutes away from the gravel road that I'm going to be going in on, but I'm not going to have time to set up camp and try to find a camping spot or anything like that. So I'm literally going to park and do a quick hunt before it gets dark, and I'll set up camp at night in the dark. But it is what it is. All right, here we go. Here we go. 6 o'clock. I got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But we'll see what's gonna happen tonight. I'm kind of rushed. I think I found a good camping spot, but it's a little bit off the road. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about our camping situation, but we're freaking up here. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Done a sign over here. There's water. It's been hot. I hope something will come to my cow calls. Even a spike. I'll take them all day. All day.
moved a little up this drainage where I could see long ways. Sounds like a bear growl down there. Now, last weekend, my son and I were in a meadow about halfway up this mountain, and we had a big black bear walk in that meadow. Sometimes cows make some weird noises. $7:22. It'll get dark in about half hour, I think. Maybe 20 minutes. Bugle a couple times. Nothing. Big cow calling about every 15 minutes. We'll just keep doing it until it gets dark. That bear or whatever that was, kept moving away. It was weird. I could almost hear like logs getting like tossed over. Who knows what it is? Boy, the wind's just been all over the place. I'm sure my scent is just all over this bowl. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe on the road, if I get into the next drainage, maybe the wind will be more consistent and I could finish my night there. It's alright. First night. We'll see. You never know. The hunt's not over until you're in your sleeping bag. see me. But it got exciting there for a minute. I got to that little spot that I was talking about. I was gonna sit and hunt on the walk back, and I had a bunch of cows responding back to my calls. And because it was getting dark so quick, I didn't get my camera out. I just set it down, knocked an arrow in, and I dropped down towards that water. And then once again the wind shifted, and it blew my scent right towards where the cow calls were coming from, and haven't heard them since. So it's just incredible, because you would have bet money that there's no elk in here. And then boom, just like that, freaking cow calling everywhere. But just as quick as it got exciting, it died just as quick. So anyways, well, at least I got the heart pumping a little bit tonight. I'm gonna start working my way back. I can hardly see. Alright, see you guys at camp.
Good morning, campers. Alright, it's about 6 a.m. Just starting to get light outside. Haven't heard any bugles last night or anything like that. It's not very cold. Still pretty warm out, but anyways, I'm gonna do my morning push. Still very smoky. We'll see what happens.
There's 4 bulls up there. One of them looks pretty decent. Right below, right at the bottom of this hill here, is a meadow with a wallow. I might go in there and try to call them down in the wallow. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, those bulls made it up to the top of that ridge, and it's really thick up top. I've gone up there before. It's crazy that they're already going to their bedding area. Like I said, it's only 7:30, but we'll leave those guys alone. They didn't even know I was here. I didn't bump them or anything. So I'm gonna go down this drainage, try my luck down in there. There's a bunch of water in there. Still early. Anything can happen just like that. So, but figured to give you guys an update. Alright. Came through here. A lot of bear out here. Alright guys, I'm waiting for the thermals to switch before I dip down in here. The wind's still trying to make up its mind if it's gonna go down the mountain or up the mountain. So haven't heard any bugles. No cow calling, nothing. I haven't bugled today yet, just cow calls. Yeah, pretty slow morning besides spotting those 4 bulls. And they were not interested in the cow calling at all. At all. Well, they would kind of perk up and look, and then they'll go back down to feeding. So the not on yet. But as soon as the sun gets a little bit high up, and hopefully the thermals will stay consistent, then I could dip down in here and make it down to where there's some older timber. And last year I got into them down there. Anyways, that's where we're at. I'm gonna take a break here, eat a granola bar, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next update.
Alright, made it back to the truck, finished my morning hunt. It's about 10 o'clock. It's hot. I haven't seen any animals since this morning at, what was it, 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:30. So I just figured to go back to camp, get some breakfast, and try to figure out a game plan for the afternoon hunt. Thinking to do my four-wheeler excursion and try to access some new country. So we'll see. I'll figure it out and let you guys know what I'm gonna do. But definitely some cold water and a meal here in about 10 minutes. Thanks for following along.
Hey guys, 5 p.m. I'm back to the spot where I spotted those bulls this morning. And I'm hoping here soon they're gonna start working their way down. This morning they crested on the top and it's super thick reprod up there. I hunted through there before and it's really thick vegetation, so I think they just went up there to bed. And this evening I'm hoping that they'll start working their way down towards the creeks. There's a big meadow below me with a ton of water in there, a couple wallows, not to mention that there's springs and everything else like right behind me here. So I got up here a little bit early because I didn't want to be in a rush. I wanted to be here and sit back and wait. In glass, I could see one big open hillside and then another knob. So I'm just hoping that here shortly something's gonna come out and I could make a move. Alright. Never know. Never know. Here we go. Alright guys, I'm 1.8 miles from the truck and I'm closing in on that ridge that those 4 bulls were at this morning. Here, I'll show you guys. They were like up there, and I'm sure they come down and get some water, and then they go back up into the thick. I'm sweating like a pig. It's so freaking hot. But by the time I get there, it'll probably be just over 2 miles. But then depending how the hunt is gonna go, I could just bail off the mountain straight down into the meadow and shoot. It's probably my way there, wait for the wind to change by the time I get there, and hopefully they'll start coming out, feeding towards the water. That's the game plan anyways. We'll see what happens. I just jumped a doe. He came across the road I'm walking. I think there's multiple ones because I heard more commotion below me. Hopefully it was just deer, no elk. But the deer, I definitely saw it. It was bedded in this buckbrush right here and just crossed the road right in front of me. Here we go. I'm getting responses down below me. Very faint, but I had cows below me and a very faint bugle maybe, but there's elk below me. Made it right below where those bulls were at. One of them was actually on the road here, but I haven't heard anything. The only action I had was earlier with those elk below me. I thought the bull was gonna come out. I could hear him raking really close. But they must have got, the wind must have swirled or something, because they just went quiet, and the raking, he stopped raking. I didn't hear him after that. So I'm just hoping that the bulls that went up top, I'm hoping that they'll work their way down. But I only have about 30 minutes left of daylight, and I'm pretty far from the truck. But I think I'm just gonna dip down into this drainage. It's probably, I can probably cut it in half, maybe a mile if I do that. But I'll just sit tight and hopefully one of these elk will come out. All right.
2 bulls. And I don't have time to get to them. Dang it. Hey you guys, made it back to the truck. It's just after 8. Boy, I don't know about you guys, but walking in the dark alone is not my favorite. Pretty sure, I don't know if it was just my brain playing games on me, but I'm pretty sure I saw some green eyes in the thicket along the trail I was walking back. But then I backtracked and I looked back over there with my flashlight and it wasn't there anymore. So I don't know if it was just a leaf playing games on me or maybe it was a critter. But anyways, definitely diving down that steep hill cut my trip at least in half, if not more. Shoot, it probably took me, I don't know, 45 minutes to get back to the truck, maybe less. But I did dilly-dally around a little bit once I spotted those elk. I was kind of calling at them to see their reaction, and every time I cow called, they kind of perked up and looked towards my direction, and they kept on feeding, just like the bulls this morning. The 2 bulls that I saw this evening, they were pretty decent caliber bulls, but they're just not in full rut. You know, I might have heard today just a small bugle. It did get really exciting when I had those cows below me cow calling, and I could hear a bull raking, and I was gonna bet money on it. He was gonna come to me. I didn't bugle, I was just raking and cow calling, and he did sound like he was getting closer and closer as he was raking and making, you know, a lot of commotion in the thicket. But then it just stopped. So I do know that the wind was kind of being all over the place, so they must have caught my scent and just slipped out of there. But anyways, it was exciting. It was nice to get some action, see bulls, you know, better than going out hunting and not seeing anything. So better than stick in the eye, I guess, as Travis would put it. But yeah, pretty good day. Seen bulls. Morning hunt, seen bulls. Evening hunt, seen bulls. So I think it's supposed to, for the weather to kind of cool off a little bit tomorrow and Wednesday, and hopefully it'll get them talking. It's pretty tough in this country if you don't know where they're at, if they're not coming in. At least over here where I'm hunting, it's pretty thick stuff. But anyways, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Thanks for following along, guys.
Good morning. Let's see, it's September 7th. I'm working my way up this mountain. I'm working my way towards the ridge where those 2 bulls were last night. I'm about halfway there. It's almost, not quite a mile, but almost a mile, literally straight up. And it's kicking my butt. Kicking my butt. I mean, you can tell. Hopefully you can tell. It's like super steep. Super steep. But yeah, hopefully I'll get into them. And maybe I'll have a different outcome than yesterday. Hopefully. Alright, I'll try to keep you guys posted. Figured to give you guys an update. There was no elk on the ridge where I saw those 2 bulls last night.
No elk on the hillside where I saw those 4 bulls yesterday morning. So my game plan was to hunt the upper part of that. If there was any elk feeding, which there weren't, I did see some elk clear across the canyon. Only, I think there was 2 or 3. I think just 2. I'm trying to remember now. Anyways, but they were pretty far. I couldn't tell if they had horns or not. And then below me, because I was planning to hunt the upper side of the mountain, below me, sure enough, there were some animals, and they started blowing at me. They didn't really blow out of there, but they were like blowing, sniffing at me. So I just backed out of there, but came across a pretty nice elk rub. Let me show you. I'm gonna go further up this road and start doing some calling and see what happens. It's gonna warm up here in a hurry. All right.